נעבור עכשיו ממוצר שה-time to market שלו הוא מאוד מאוד קצר, למוצר שה-time to market שלו הרבה יותר ארוך, ואנחנו נשמע באמת על היצירתיות המתמשכת מגיל שביט, המייסד והצ'רמן של GenCell, שפועלת בתחום של תאי דלק.
אני אנסה לא לקחת יותר מדי מזמנכם. אנחנו רוצים לדבר קצת, אנחנו לא בתחרות, על סטארט-אפיסטים בגיל מבוגר שעברו את גיל ה-50, וכמו שצ'רצ'יל אמר, שאולי זה הוא, אבל אם לא, אז אני מחס את זה אליו, שלהיות אינובייטור זה לנוע מכישלון לכישלון בהתלהבות רבה. אז יש פה עוד כמה חברים שלי שאני מעריץ אותם יש מפה, על ה-continuity, וזה מחלה כזאת. אנחנו לקחנו טכנולוגיה שהומצאה בשנת 1839, שהשם שלה מאוד מטעה, שנקרא תאי דלק. אין פה שום, כל משלמים תאפים מכניסים את הבנזין, אז אין לזה שום קשר לבנזין. תא דלק זה fuel cell, שנתנו לו את השם, כי נתנו לו את השם, וזה מטעה. תא דלק זה פשוט הפוך מאלקטרוליזה. קוונדיש ב-1776 ניסה לפרק מים על ידי הכנסת סוללה, 2 אלקטרודות, קצת מלח במים, ושחרר מימן בצד אחד וחמצן בצד שני. 60 שנה אחר כך, מיסטר גרוב, סר ויליאם גרוב, אמר, זה ניסוי מחשבתי, ואם אני הופך את זה, ואני לוקח את הסוללה אחרי שפירקתי, ואני שם אמפרמטר, מה קורה? כמו קפיץ, זה חזר. הוא קיבל חשמל. הוא קיבל חום, ומאז הוא קרא לזה תא דלק. ואז, מה שהוא עשה, עם H2 ועוד חצי O2, הוא קיבל 2 מולקולות מים, חשמל וחום. וזהו, ושכחו מזה. וזו ההיסטוריה, 776, 839, וקצת ניסיונות לפרי אגסי ב-1950, ומי שנתן את הדחיפה, ואני יודע שיש פה נציגה מנאסא, אז לכבד אותם. I'll speak in English. So, after this fuel cell had been invented during 1839, nothing was really done by those, kind of inventions, until NASA had that program to go to the moon and found out that there is no solution to go out to the moon to keep 3 astronauts alive for 2 or 3 weeks with any battery technology, diesel generators that the missile could take it up to such a journey and come back safely. So somebody just thought about this Mr. Sir Grove of 1839, and then they found that Francis Bacon in Cambridge University in 1959 did some commercialization of lots of platinum-plated electrodes and made a 1.5 kilowatt fuel cell. They bought it. They, 10 years of work, launched their, if I'm not infringing any kind of IP, so this, the moon, that mission was thanks to this 1.5 kilowatt charger that charged the batteries again and again by liquefied hydrogen, liquefied oxygen. They had enough electricity to run their first transistor electronics. They got 70 centigrade degrees to heat the compartments, and they had drinking water. So more than 90% efficiency of any kind of energy. I think that was in the 60s a breakthrough. We want humbly to say that we just adopted it. And what we've done is a product that we thought, and that was part of the creativity, what can we do when Israel doesn't go to the moon or is not intending to go to the moon. So we decided that if we look at the normal life, when we use UPS, batteries and diesel generators to back up our systems, it's kind of a triple way to cover the losses that you get in energy breakage or grid breakage. So our product is based on that fuel cell, 5 kilowatt, is run as a UPS, as a battery bank, and as a diesel generator, ran by hydrogen. And that is the chemistry. We got from one side hydrogen, from the other side oxygen, exactly as Sir Edgar Grove did, but we found out that we get beautiful electric efficiency. We get CHP, which is combined heat and power, so we get heat of another 42% of efficiency for 70 degrees hot water. And hydrogen is very, very uneasy to handle. It's a very diluted gas. To pressurize it is costly. And again, we had to go back to think, okay, it's nice, it doesn't work commercially. So we had to go to another creation. And then we thought, what would carry hydrogen better than hydrogen itself? And then we found that ammonia, which is a very, very common commodity, we are not aware of that, but most of agriculture and lots of industries are using NH3 ammonia, which is a very good carrier, but it's an NH3 device. NH3, that's 1 nitrogen and 3 hydrogens. And also, we found out that if you are not getting rid of the platinum, nobody will buy a machine that only the platinum is about $20,000 cost. So we did two things with nanotechnology: a capex reducer and an OPEX reducer. On the capex, we have made a special nanotechnology process that eliminated 100% of the platinums. We have zero platinum, only carbon, which made this carbon at the least significant material at the BOM, at the bill of material. And then we have the hydrogen problem. How to carry hydrogen in a very effective way. So if you take a 40-ton truck, moving about 200 kilometers, this hydrogen, more diesel to the truck than the hydrogen will produce, because it's inefficient. So we started to find a way to crack back the hydrogen from ammonia, and found out that you have to put 2.5 times energy to crack the ammonia to hydrogen, then the hydrogen will give you back. Go back to the lab, did some research on nanotechnology again, found a catalyst material which will lose the atoms of the NH3, will let them be less friendly with each other, and then with much little more energy, physical energy or thermal energy, crack the H2 out, and by the end of the day, we get $14 American dollar per kilowatt hour, which is about a third than the diesel price per kilowatt hour, based on the commodity of $500 per ton of ammonia. And then it started to work. Clean, schmean, dollars. Third price of diesel, we started to have prospects, not yet customers. Now we have already customers. And that's all the time you get from one failure to another failure with a lot of enthusiasm. Sometimes it pays off. And what we did, some applications for cellular towers, especially in India and Africa, that they have a lot of great problems and a lot of ammonia. That's one solution to give, if I have no cellular operation, I can't live without electricity. I go to the beach, but if I can have my WhatsApp or my wife, I'm in big trouble. So if this cellular tower won't work, it's much bigger problem than you don't have the light bulb at work. So you go to sleep early. So what we are talking about is charging the batteries, which are usually can hold the energy for about 2, 3, 4 hours. And we can charge it for a week, for a month, and for a year before refueling because of the ammonia. By the end of the day, one of the failures of renewable is what happens when the wind is low and when the darkness or low radiation will cut off the electricity. So this is the best combination. Take a battery as an accumulator, as storage. When sun and wind is on, is okay. So you get the energy. So the cellular tower will work, the hospital will work, all kind of these critical assets will work. But then, if it doesn't work, our system will measure the voltage of the batteries. It goes below a threshold. You'll get the electricity from this, and the customer can do his WhatsApp as long as he wants it. Thank you very much.